My Ouija board knows. It truly does know. It absolutely does know what I'm about to talk about, and it's provided me all of the factual data. Okay, all joking aside, Ouija boards are, I don't know whether they're real, whether they're imagined, whether spirits truly believe them, but I thought that I could literally get some laughs and poke a little bit of fun over how we are going to predict what the back half of 2026 is really going to look like. It's not a scary headline. It is not a Ouija board seance kind of conversation, but what is truly going to happen with the rest of the year? So normally I'd pull up my spreadsheets, my rate charts, but today I really decided to try something different, fun, entertaining, and whatever. So I asked my Ouija board. Now stick with me because everything the board is about to tell us is actually backed by real forecasts from the National Association of Realtors, Fannie Mae, Wells Fargo, Keeping Current Matters, and a whole lot of other wonderful data publications. But I'm having a little fun with how we get there. So let's see what it says, okay? I'm not actually asking the board of spirits for financial advice. So please do not ask the Ouija board how to invest or what to do with your stock market portfolio. But I really want to set the scene. Why the first half of 2026 really felt rough. And it did, it absolutely did. So let's be honest about where we've been. The first half of 2026, I could put a little chokehold around my throat and say that the rising inflation, the overseas conflict, absolutely created tremendous economic uncertainty. It didn't just slow the market down, it actually really halted, paused, and stopped conversations. It really impacted people's confidence. Buyers and sellers, they just hit the pause button. So if you feel like everyone's been hitting the brakes, you're not imagining it. The real question on everyone's mind it's the question on my mind, on every one of my buyers and sellers' minds, is the second half of the year going to be any better? Let's ask the Ouija board. Let's see what it says. Will the second half of the year be any better? Will mortgage rates ever come back down? Okay, the Ouija board is spelling out the answer. M-A-Y-B-E. Well, that spells maybe. I could have answered that without the board, without a crystal ball, without the spirits, without the experts. I could have answered that. M-A-Y-B-E. Very helpful. Thanks, spirits. But actually, it really is an extraordinarily honest answer. And here's the real data behind it. Rates briefly dropped into the high fives earlier this year. But once that conflict started, they crept immediately back up. Most of the major forecasters, all that I've mentioned, expect rates to hover in the mid-sixes for the rest of 2026. That is if nothing changes, and truly hope that they don't go up at all. But mortgage rates have been tracking almost step for step with oil prices. When oil went up in February, the rates went up. Now that oil has started easing back, there's been a little bit of fluctuation, but guess what happened? We're back in that conflict. The rates are going back at 6.5, okay? So really that rate prediction is really in line with the oil price correlation. So here's how I'm talking to my buyers about this. If the numbers work for you today, if really you can put it into your, monthly budget, make the decision. Because if rates fall, I certainly hope they will, we do expect that the prices will peak up again. Buyers will come back into the market. That's gonna make for a much more competitive environment. And that makes it harder for you to get the home you want at the price you want with the incentives that you want. Okay, board, this is the big one. Are home prices in Lewes, Rehoboth, Bethany Beach, Ocean View, Dewey, Millsboro about to crash? Well, I answered this in last week's video, but I'll answer it again. The answer is, and the Ouija board is saying no, N-O. Finally, the board and I agree on something. Here's the real story. There are some markets, including a few pockets here in coastal Delaware, that have seen mild price dips this year. But those are almost always the areas that might have run up too far, too fast during the pandemic boom. This is a cooling off, not a crash. And there is an absolute big difference. The reason a crash isn't in the cards is, I'm gonna say it again, we still don't have enough inventory. Supply and demand hasn't flipped that far. In fact, the average expert forecast right now calls for home prices to actually go up nationally about 2%. Some forecasters are even calling on a 3 to 4% growth. Now, I can't tell you that every home in my marketplace is going to have that kind of appreciation, but absolutely not crashing. Okay? What we're going through is a long overdue correction after the pandemic frenzy, not the start of a crash. Is it taking longer for homes to sell? Without question. We call that days on market. It's taking longer. Okay? Someone who is chasing clicks on social media is saying, home prices are crashing. Have you seen this? Have you seen that? Okay? Please don't be nervous about your home's value. Do not be nervous about what an investment in coastal Delaware would mean for you. 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Okay? Absolutely still the safest, most secure, most guaranteed return on your investment is real estate.
Hey guys, as much as I absolutely love making these videos, what I love the absolute most in making the videos is really talking, encouraging, nurturing your desire to know more about coastal Delaware. I've helped countless families. I've helped families from the Mid-Atlantic. I've helped families from the South. I've helped individuals from Metro New York and New England gather the information that helps them make the right decision if relocating here is what they truly want to do. So whether you're coming out next week, next month, or for gosh sakes in 2027, I would absolutely love to connect with you. If you've missed the on-screen pop-up, you can certainly find again all of my contact information linked below.
Will more buyers show up? It's another question for the board. Will people actually start moving again in the second half of the year? Well, I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. The board is onto something, and they were moving towards the yes. There's a lot of pent-up demand. It's called PENT-UP. That's what the board spelled, okay? People still want to move. People don't necessarily need a beach house, although I think everyone needs a beach house, but people want a beach house, okay? So a lot of the economists really believe that as that demand really comes out of kind of the shadows, that the markets are going to rebound like that. To hit the sales numbers they're still forecasting for 2026, we need to match our best month so far for the rest of the year. It's not out of reach, but it does mean that the agents and clients who move now with clear information are going to be the ones who benefit most, absolutely benefit most. I hope that you would think that I would be that kind of an advisor that would help you benefit most. But what does this actually mean for you here on coastal Delaware? I'm gonna bring it back home. Literally, if you're in the DC, Philly, Baltimore, or Jersey surrounding areas, making the move to Lewes, Rehoboth, Bethany, Ocean View, Dewey, Millsboro, Frankford, Selbyville, okay? Prices here are not falling off a cliff. Most forecasts point to continued, more normal growth, okay? I'm saying normal growth, 1%, 2%, 3%. Rates are stubborn. I like that word. I'm gonna use that. Rates are stubborn, but they're not the only factor, and waiting isn't a guaranteed win. If you've been sitting on the sidelines hoping for a better deal later, the data says that gamble might not pay off. And if you already own here, and if you've been nervous about your equity, take a breath, okay? I'm actually saying take a breath. The fundamentals are actually in your favor. They're in your favor. So I'm closing it out, and I'm giving the board a wink. I don't know whether I can wink, okay? So there you have it, straight from Debbie's Ouija board, and all of those experts to back up that data. No crash, no crystal ball required. If you want to know exactly what's happening in your specific neighborhood, community, town, your little hamlet of joy, reach out to me, DM me, wherever you're watching from. I will send you the actual real local numbers for you. No spirits involved. You know what I'm gonna ask you. If you've enjoyed my video, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you on the next loop. Live, love, beach today. Live here, play here, work here, thrive here. Hope you are either doing the same or considering doing the same. Until next time, I'm off to the beach.